Hello everybody, FM Von Manstein here, and I'm bringing you another Men of War commentary video, and I'd just like to warn you that I am sick right now, as you may or may not know. I had made an announcement about that, so my voice is going to be a little bit quiet and whatnot, so sorry. But I wanted to make a video because, well, I had said that I probably wasn't going to make any videos for a while, but I decided that I probably should make at least a couple before I get too busy to make one at all, because I'm going to be very busy over the Christmas holiday. So I'm going to make one now, and then in January I'll probably be getting a new computer, so then the flow of videos should improve greatly. So without further ado, let's get started here. I have just brought up a tiger tank, and I'm going to hide it between in this building here. I like to put tanks here. It's a good position I find in. Oh, man. My ally got a king tiger. Whoa, yeah, and that thing just exploded. Big explosion. So, I'm just going to leave my tank there for now. It's got pretty good cover. This is like a real ideal position for tanks, because its flanks are covered by the sides of the buildings, and looking from the allies' point of view, you can just see the front where my armor is strongest, so the chances of my tank getting hit and taken out are pretty slim. Over here, I've just got infantry scattered all over the place, some paratroopers, and they've got Panzerfaust, so that's kind of my main anti-tank defense. I've also got a rocket launcher dude hiding right there, so that should be good. I've also bought an artillery piece so I can shell the enemy, and I captured an enemy tank too. I had knocked it out. Oh, what's going on over here? My ally is he's holding the hill over here, and the enemy's making a rush up the hill, and these guys are just whipping anti-tank grenades or something over here, and they confuse the crew. He's sending an artillery tractor and a half-track up here, but my ally really doesn't have that many troops in this area, so hopefully he can hold on to that hill. But we are in the lead. We've got 487 points to 0. Our opponents have really not been doing that well this game, but that could turn, and this guy's lagging right now. Hopefully he won't drop out, because then this would not be a very exciting game. Oh, that's no good. Come on, come on, come on. Well, this sucks. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now, right now, I'm probably just gonna play it safe, keep on the defensive. I mean, I could go up and try and attack my opponent's position up there, but I'd rather not, because then I might just waste a lot of troops and achieve nothing. I mean, we're in the lead right now. The center is firmly under control, so I'm not gonna be too aggressive, because I am kind of rusty. I haven't been playing all that much, so I'm not gonna take a risk. So I'm just gonna kind of improve my defensive positions here, and just wait for the opponents to make a first move. I'm just gonna conserve points so I can buy some expensive tanks later on, and that's something that you should really try and do. If you don't need to buy something, like, don't. Like, as of now, I have no need to, buy really anything. So I'm not gonna just buy something because I'm able to. Like, I've got points, I could buy some stuff, but I'm not going to, because there's really no need at all, and that's something a lot of players I find they're not really aware of that. They're so excited about, oh, I've got points to buy stuff now, so I'm gonna go and buy stuff. It's not that it's not a good idea. I mean, unless you really need something, then don't spend the money on it. Instead, just save up your points, because later on in the game, you might be faced with enemy heavy tanks, and then you might want to get one of your own, but then you might not have enough points to do that. So, always a good idea to conserve your points when you can. So that's what I'm going to do right now. But what I will do, though, I think one of my allies got a scout, and I think I'm going to get a scout too, because scouts are scouts are really good, and players that know how to use scouts effectively can really harm their opponents a lot. I mean, for infantry, scouts are really expensive. Like, I'll admit that they are very expensive for an infantry unit, because they are a special infantry unit, but they are really strong at the same time, and if you know how to use them well, Then oh yeah, and this guy got right here got shot by a scout, I think. So yeah, if you can use scouts effectively, they can just really just destroy a lot of enemy troops. You know, just to put it bluntly. I mean, against artillery, they're pretty good because they've got dynamite, and then you can just, throw a piece of dynamite on it, or heavy tanks too. Like dynamite can take them out. So if it's not moving, and if you can get a piece of dynamite on it, then you can blow it up, provided that's not moving. So yeah, scouts are like really, really good, and of course they've got silenced pistols, so you can assassinate dudes really easily. And of course, most importantly, they provide valuable intelligence, which is really, I think, probably the most underrated thing in this game, which is just intelligence, like just knowing stuff about your opponent, where his artillery guns are, what troops he's bringing up. And right now, my opponent is, oh, well, I was going to shoot it, but of course the King Tiger took care of it. My opponent had brought up a KV-85, but I see there are a bunch of Marines moving around up there, so I'm going to take my artillery gun, I think, and I'm going to shoot them. And I also see there's some movement on my right flank over here. What's going on? Yes, there was a rifleman advancing, and I fired. I didn't quite get them, so I'm going to shoot again. And I'm also going to get my Tiger, and I might load an HE shell. Oh, look at that. That's a prime target right there. That is a prime target for artillery. So let's see if I can get this thing. Oops, artillery. There it is. I'm going to see if I can get that thing. Nope. I miss. But I will shoot it with my Tiger. Boom! And it goes down. And all the guys are going to start jumping out now. And hopefully I can kill them all with one good artillery shot. And they're running around. I fire. And boom! Oh, they die. Yes, that was a great shot right there. I just wasted them all. So now our opponents are getting far more aggressive. They're really making an effort. And I'm really not that big of a fan of APCs. I mean, they're great for moving your troops up or around the battle. You can bring them up faster, but you do not want to go head-on into combat with your troops inside the APC. That's an important thing, and that would never happen in real life either. When you're entering a combat zone, you don't want to hide an APC, because then that just makes it all that more vulnerable for artillery fire. Because it's not, I mean, it's armored, yeah, and it will protect you from shrapnel to a certain degree, but it really won't protect you if there's massed artillery fire. So it's better to keep your infantry out and spread out, so they don't get killed really easily. And I've also spotted a scout around there, so I'm gonna whip a grenade and hopefully I can take him out. No, I don't get him. He's hiding in there somewhere. I'm gonna throw another grenade. There he is. I'm gonna shoot him, and he goes down. I'm gonna go over here and grab some bandages, because I need bandages, because this guy is hurt. Now what's going on over here? There's some Russian infantry hiding over there, I think. So, I'm gonna grab my artillery piece, and I'm gonna take a shot at them. Let's see. Let's go. I don't quite get them, but they take a little bit of damage. And I'm contemplating bringing up a mortar, because mortars are really good. That's one of the most important weapons in the game, especially in infantry only. A mortar. I mean, I've probably said this 1,000 times in my videos, but just to stress it, because it is something that needs to be stressed. Mortars, very, very key. Extremely important. Because the value of indirect fire versus direct fire, I just find that indirect fire is better. I mean, direct fire, yeah, more accurate, obviously, but you need to be up closer to use direct fire. Like a tank, like it can deliver direct fire. I mean, the 88mm gun on this Tiger, packs a great punch, but you have to be closer to use it. and you can't shoot over buildings. While indirect fire, like artillery pieces, mortars, they can shoot over buildings, get the stuff behind. And while they might not be as accurate, it's still very valuable. And I see over here there's an ISU 152, and it just took a shot at my artillery piece. And this is my cue to bring out. I guess I'll bring out a Jag Panther because I need something with a PAC 43 or KWK 88mm gun as opposed to the KWK 36 on this Tiger. Oh, and looky there, there was a Katushka rocket truck over there, and I'm going to see if I can take that out with my artillery piece. So I'm going to turn my artillery piece over here, and I'm going to fire, and hopefully I will take it out. And we'll see. Incoming, and yes, it explodes. And oh my lord, this is something, a big mistake that a lot, well, I don't know if it's a mistake, but oh man. There's me bragging. Yeah, I've seen this a lot when some players just happen to be moving their troops, and actually I've done this before too, just not really paying attention. I've had troops, and lots of people will have troops just kind of heading off to the battlefield, and they're passing by one of their rocket trucks, and when a rocket truck, any sort of like rocket artillery explodes, especially the Katusha, when that explodes, just whoo, big explosion, and that will just kill everything in a huge radius. I mean, just look at that, you know, area over there. I mean, that's a big explosion. So he just lost like 2 squads full of assault infantry, and those are expensive infantry. Like, that's a major setback right there. That's a big or something that's one of the few things that can really just rip the turret right off a German heavy tank. And even if it doesn't hit, the amount of spalling that that thing is going to create on a tank is just ridiculous. And for those of you who don't know what spalling is, that's a technical term there. When a shell hits, and in particular like a very large shell hits a tank and it doesn't have enough power to penetrate, it will still, like, obviously the force of that shell will be tremendous, and when it hits, it's gonna like send shock waves through the armor, so the armor itself is gonna get weakened severely by that shell. And also on the inside of the armor, like, the shock wave will just send like parts of like the armored plating just like inwards, and all the stuff inside the tank is gonna get, you know, thrown around. So basically there will be all this shrapnel from the armor of the tank just like flying inwards because of the force of that shell.